You're checking out Flo and Manifest. On Toronto Morning Live.
CHRY 105.5, definitely inside your Monday morning. It's your partner Manifest alongside my partner Flo, and definitely waking you up inside your Monday morning, man. Shouts out to the ladies on their way to Blue Mountain right now. It's Mommy's Day, and they're definitely enjoying Flo and Manifest inside of their morning. Best part of their week, they say, so we're definitely enjoying that for sure. Now, I told you before that we have special guests in studio, but before I get into all of that, an integral part of Canadian identity has to be our country's humor and comedy industry. For well over 40 years, our comedic circuit has been an international juggernaut, birthing countless stage and big screen icons. There is very little doubt that as hot as the Toronto urban music scene has been lately, our urban influence comedians are walking a very similar path. From the early beginnings of veteran comedians like Kenny Robinson through the works of John Paul, Mark Trinidad, and including the current international success of our own Russell Peters, Toronto's urban comedy scene is quickly calling notice to itself. Leading the way of this rising comedic renaissance is a comedian who needs no introduction to our listening audience. Describing him as one of Toronto's premier funny men would be nothing short of an understatement. Born of Jamaican descent and delivering a brand of charismatic and witty comedy, our in-studio guest has found a way to highlight the topics of culture and socioeconomic struggle while underlining it with a hilarious punchline. Playing at standing ovations throughout North America and the Caribbean, and on the cusp of revolutionizing Toronto's comedy scene. And hey, let's throw in the 97 Juno Award to boot. We have Canada's fastest rising comic here today, international funny man and UpTown Comedy Series host, Jay Martin in the building. How you doing?
Manifest, what an introduction. Hello, Toronto, so good to saw you. Even though I'm on the radio, can't see you. It's your boy, Jay Martin, man. Oh, man, I am so, you know, people get on every stage and they start off with, I'm so happy to be here. And that's cliche, but no, I'm really happy to be here. Manifest, one of my favorite DJs in the cities. You guys heard him. Every Monday morning you do it up big, man. I wake up early and wipe the muck out my eye. And maybe Caucasians refer to that as sleep. I don't understand how sleep gets in your eye, but you need to close your eyes to sleep. But it's fun, man. I'm glad to be here, man. So what's going on with you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm just like juggling a lot of different events, man.
I could imagine
stuff, and just like I'm loving radio, man.
Toronto, I've been trying to book this man for about a year now, and that's how this guy's schedule is so busy, man. If you have an opportunity, definitely to meet my man Manifest, you take up that opportunity. But yes, man, it's all about me this year. I want to start off by saying, first and foremost, happy Black History Month to all my people out there. Definitely make sure you celebrate it. Every year this time, people like me, Dwayne Morgan, we get into the schools and do our thing. So definitely peep that. But as you heard Manifest say, we're starting something really, really big. It's funny because we see a lot of people watch him as we grow as comedians in the city. And I've seen a lot of people. I remember when I first started, my first show ever, Russell Peters was there. And he was like, yo, this kid's got some talent. And he actually took me with him under his wing. And for 2 years after that, I went to different shows with him and learned my craft. And it's funny because now the city is about to embark on something big. I know Manifest kind of peeked it to you guys, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've been blessed this year to be given my own comedy series. And it starts off this month, Black History Month, and I'm really happy it did, February 20th, inside the Toronto Centre for the Arts. And what's going to be happening here, a lot of people are like, what is it about? Are you on TV? Am I going to be on TV? Well, here's how it goes. We got a series that's going to happen, and that's the show. The show happens each and every month, usually the third weekend of the month, at the Toronto Centre for the Arts, and it's going to feature some of the hottest comedians worldwide. Definitely we got to have our homegrown talent, and then we're going to have a musical artist, and this is the element of the show that makes it really special. Y'all remember Arsenio Hall, y'all remember the Apollo show, Def Jam Comedy, in living color. I've decided to put it all into one, so that night you're going to be entertained, and I'm blessed for our first show to have musical guest Mr. Glenn Lewis. Now I know the city's been going, yo, Mr. Glenn Lewis, really? And for a guy who sings a song, Don't You Forget It, some people are forgetting this. You cannot forget that album, that World Outside My Window. Big shout outs to my man Glenn Lewis. He's going to be blessed in my first show. You all are going to hear him. A lot of people wonder what's happening. He is coming out very strong again. And we line up the show with my man John Paul. You know, that's my boy, Ride or Die. We got Landry, who's all the way from Atlanta, who came up to do the show, and he's in town now. He's going to do the show. My man Jazz, and I am going to headline. Yes, Manifest, you heard that? I'm going to headline. People are like, Jay Martin, I haven't heard you in a long time. I did a little bit at Yuck Yucks last night, and we blew off the roof. Tricks, big shout out to Tricks. Man, he's the next guy you got to get in here. That dude is on fire.
Yes, we had him earlier, and yeah, he's looking good.
He's looking real good. And as you said, there's a slew of us coming up through the comedy range, just like the music range. You know, Toronto, once you represent the T-Dot, we just don't stop. And Tricks is going to be on next month, as well as you guys might have heard, I brought up Eddie Griffin coming up next month. And people are like, Jay, you know all these guys. And I try to tell people, when I get on the road, I perform with a lot of different talented comedians. And people are like, really? So I'm just going to prove it to Toronto and just bring them up. So it's great. So we got Eddie Griffin doing March. And in April, we have my man, Tommy Davidson from In Living Color. And people are like, are you serious? Yes, he's coming. And I have some huge surprises that I can't even say just yet. But trust me, Toronto, it's going to be something hot.
Okay, definitely bringing the funny, man. My man Jay Martin in studio right now. International funny man and host of the UpTown Comedy Series coming up real soon. After the commercial break, we're going to talk to Jay Martin and get a little in-depth and interactive with his career and life, man, and talk to him a little bit on the inside. This is none other than Toronto Morning Live. Yours truly, Manifest, my partner Flo, waking you up inside of a Monday morning. Toronto, you know how it goes, man. Get back with me right after the commercial break, and it will be more vibes and more music right here inside CHRY 105.5.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Don't touch the dial.
You're checking out Flo and Manifest. On Toronto Morning Live.
CHRY 105.5, most definitely inside your Monday morning. Just talking to Flo a little bit, and we're going to pre-empt Flo talk so we can take a little bit more time to talk to Jay Martin. But just so you know, sir,
yes,
she wants Glenn Lewis's seat on her lap reserved.
Yes, she reminded me of that. She says, Jay, I want Glenn Lewis on my lap. Yes. I passed that on to him.
And don't think she's joking, huh?
No, I know she's not joking. I don't mess with Flo. You ask her, I don't mess with Flo. I take that woman very serious.
Now we're talking to international funny man and host of the UpTown Comedy Series, Jay Martin, in the building right about now.
Right.
We're going to take a little bit of time just to talk about the career. I'm really excited about the UpTown Series, definitely. But I think people on the outside need to take an opportunity to get to know you.
For real. Well, you know what I mean? The career itself is a blessing. I can't even deny that. As I was saying before, we started out doing a show, Dazzle Mix, and I actually wanted to do comedy a long time ago. I did the music thing and I wanted to touch comedy, and it's scary because a lot of people out there are like, how do you get up there in front of a crowd? Aren't you afraid they're going to laugh at you? And that's the point. You want them to come out there and laugh at you. And once you get to your first show, it's nice because once you get that first applause break and that laughter, it just brings something into you. So I started that out early. In my childhood days, I used to make people laugh just to try to get them to get out of my personal life. I had some pretty hard hurdles as a young man, and I wanted to make sure that people didn't feel sorry for me. So started doing comedy, making it fun. This is my 5th year of comedy, so that's why they put this dubbed fastest rising. But I think it's basically because the city embraced me. As you said earlier, I do a lot of comedy about culture, and that's basically it. The Jay Martin off the stage. Wow, a lot of people ask that. Jay, what do you like off the stage? Are you always cracking jokes at home and stuff? It's not really like that. I'm more of a businessman. I took some business courses, and I'm more of a businessman off stage. But when it's on stage, it's all about fun. Act the fool. You know what I am? I'm a big Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up, and that's basically it. We just like to have fun. So